Hey guys, today we are going to bridge the gap between science and math because a lot of the math skills go straight into science and back and forth. So what we're going to do is we're going to use our previous knowledge of proportions to convert between the measurements. We're going to convert between customary and metric back and forth. All right, so real quick, let's go ahead and do our first problem. All right, problem, before we start doing the problem, we need to understand our vocabulary. All right, let's look back at vocabulary. We need to remember about ratios, proportions, and conversion factor. A ratio is a comparison of two quantities by division. This is actually a type of a ratio, which is a rate, right? But this is a rate because it has two separate units, all right? Proportion is an equation because it's got the equal sign. That's why it's an equation that states that two ratios are equivalent. What I do unto the numerator, I do the same unto the denominator. If I do the same thing to both, it is equivalent. If I multiply 36 by 2, I get 72. And I multiply 3 by 2, and I get 6. They are proportional. Same thing here. But instead of multiplying, I'm dividing. I'm dividing 36 by 3 to get 12, and 3 divided by 3 to get 1. They are proportional. Now, what's very important on this next unit is we need to look at conversion factors. A conversion factor is a ratio, a fraction, of two equivalent measurements. Now notice the numerator and the denominator. Numerator and the denominator, 12 inches, is exactly the same as 1 foot. They are equivalent. You have to be able to know. If you don't understand that, it's going to be hard for you to do the proportions converting the measurements. So your conversion factor, 1, the numerator is the same as the denominator. Now you will not always see the conversion factor looking as a fraction. You might see it looking like this, 12 inches equals 1 foot. So you might see it horizontally instead of vertically. So here's your first problem. Markeith has a fish tank that contains 6 quarts of water. How many liters does the fish tank contain? Now, what is my question? Underline my question. How many liters does the fish tank contain? So we're looking for the number of liters. So let's go back to the problem, and we need to find out what we know. We know that Markeith has a fish tank that contains 6 quarts of water. So I know I have 6 quarts. I want to know how many liters. Now notice they give you a conversion factor because 1 quart is equal to 0.946 liters. That is important. If you have that, you can now go to the next step. So what we're going to do is we're going to create a proportion with our conversion factor and our information that we know of the 6 quarts. So I'm going to take our conversion factor, which is 1 quart, and I'm going to write QT, is equivalent to 0.946 liters. And we're going to make a proportion. Now, when I go to create the other side of the proportion, I have to put the 6 in the correct spot. If you put it in the wrong spot, it's going to be completely wrong. Where do you put the 6? Well, the 6 has to stay in the same position as the quarts on the conversion factor. Since the conversion factor, the quarts are on top, the 6 quarts has to stay on top. And I am looking for how many liters is 6 quarts. Well, going back to our previous knowledge, we know we always go from what we know to what we don't know when we draw an arrow. What we know, and we're going to do the same thing in the numerator, same direction of the arrows. I cannot do the 0.946 to the blank, but I can do the 1 to the 6. What do I do to the 1 to get 6? I multiply by 6. So what am I going to do the 946 thousandths? I'm going to multiply by 6. If you have a calculator, go ahead and do it. If you don't, you do it by hand. So 0.946 times 6, okay, you're going to get 36, 24, 25, 26, 27, 54, 55, 56, and 5. And you move it over 3 places, which is 5.676 liters. So how many liters does the fish tank contain? And I'm quicker at, and you can read it better if I write it. The fish tank contains 5.676 liters. All right, always write your answer in a complete sentence. Go back to the original question. The question says, how many liters does the fish tank contain? The fish tank contains 5.676 liters. All right, ladies and gentlemen, now I want you to try on the next problem If you get it right, you go on to a more complex problem. If you get it incorrect, you have to go and do another problem with me to make sure you understand. All right, guys, good luck, and we will talk to you shortly. Bye-bye.